Good evening, basketball fans. You're looking at the Mule Barn at Fairfield Community High School, where tonight the Mules are hosting the Carmi Bulldogs in Black Diamond Conference action. It's kind of an old NEC matchup as well. I'm Randy Olson courtside along with Marty Slover. Marty, you've got a contrast of styles going on here, or contrast of situations, because the Mules come in playing their 8th game of the year, and for the Carmi Bulldogs, it's only going to be their 2nd game of the year, so we don't really know a whole lot about them.
No, we don't. And I noticed in that JV game a little bit, the score was a lot closer, obviously, in the first half. Mm-hmm. But Carmi kind of lost their legs a little bit, and you can practice and practice and practice, but you find another gear a lot of times when you're in a real game. You know, and you turn it up a notch, and it takes it out of you pretty quick. At fourth quarter, I think they got a little tired.
Mules won the freshman game tonight by a score of 40-31, and they also won the junior varsity contest 61-33. Both of those games are archived here on our website at AreaSports.net, so if you missed either one of them, you want to go back and watch any parts of them, you certainly can do that. The Mules trying to stay unblemished here at the varsity level as well, where they come in with a record of 7-0, but they struggled the other night at Flora, winning, just barely against the Wolves at Conley Gym. 44-41 on a night where they had some really poor shooting.
That can happen, especially this year. You can't. It's hard to get into a flow. When you have a regular season, I think a lot of times you get into a flow. You're playing on Tuesday and Friday, and sometimes a Saturday game, and you get into a routine and you get into a flow. But this year, I think with the way things are, not knowing when you're going to play a game, sometimes can have an effect on you a little bit. But you're going to have off nights a little bit too, shooting-wise. That's just going to happen. That's the nature of the game, and good teams find a way to struggle through that and find a way to win. And
I think one of the reasons why you could have a bad shooting night in this situation with COVID is the fact we're wearing these masks out there. I can only imagine how difficult that can be, because I think it has to affect your peripheral vision, don't you?
It has to. Yeah, it does. And that and just focusing.
Yeah, sure.
Focusing on your shot, focusing on the game. You're constantly tugging at the mask, it seems like. And what Coach Mack, you were talking earlier, about the boys practicing in the mask and everything, just getting themselves ready to play games, and probably is a good thing.
Yeah, and they have been practicing all the time with the mask on, so they can try to get used to them if there is such a thing as getting used to them. But you will see during the mask timeouts tonight that you'll see a lot of players that will actually change their mask out because they get hot out there, they sweat through those masks, and they've got to change them out just like you would a T-shirt or something almost.
One of the things that I noticed, and I'm happy that the kids are playing everything, but I thought it was kind of ironic that they play the whole game and you're guarding somebody face to face. I mean, you're up on them. There's a lot of contact. Yeah. But at the end of the game, there's just a wave.
Yeah, there's no fist bumps or anything.
No, even if you just walk past them, in a line or something, and say, "Hey, good game." I think we're losing that. I hope hopefully
losing the social aspect.
Yeah,
of it
is. And, that's a little thing. Like I said, I'm happy that the kids are playing and everything. Yeah. But that's just a little thing that kind of struck me as kind of ironic.
Well, I've been puzzled by the fact that there's not a jump ball to start the game. It's okay to jump up against each other all throughout the game, battling for a rebound, but you can't have a jump ball in a circle to start the game.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either. And all the neighboring states are having jump balls. And a lot of the neighboring states are playing high school basketball without a mask.
Yes.
And again, we could talk about that all night long. Yeah. It is what it is, but at least we are playing. It's a 5.5-week season. We are into week number 3. The Mules have 18 games scheduled. This is game number 8. Whether they'll be able to play all 18 games remains to be seen, but they're going to try. And the IHSA, when they rolled it out for the 5.5 weeks, they said, you can really schedule as many games as you want. We just ask that you keep it reasonable. So, whatever you consider reasonable, go for it. Mm-hmm. And Fairfield and Hamilton County, a few other schools have tried to schedule 17, 18 games. And they've also scheduled some opponents that you wouldn't normally play, but that's all part of it because you're trying to find people to play.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, the last game of the season for Fairfield was against Centralia. And, as a kid growing up, my dad actually worked in Centralia, so I knew some of the history of Centralia because basketball, orphan basketball. So I've been to that tournament a lot. And just for us to get a chance to play against a South 7 school like that, it's going to find out, real quick, where we really were.
Yeah, right. And playing in a facility like Trout Gymnasium, or Trout Arena as it is now, 'cause that place is a massive, spacious place, the new gym that they built about 10 years ago. It's going to be really something for these players to experience, even though it won't be full of fans or their pep band or anything like that. They'll be able to go through that trophy case and stuff in the lobby and see just almost a museum there of history.
Yeah, Coach Mack ought to allow some time to walk his kids through that.
He really ought to.
Because it'd be well worth it. The
really
great athletes that they've had come through there and the history of the school. And are they still the winningest program in the
They are the
nation?
winningest program in the state of Illinois, high school basketball. And again, as I mentioned during the JV contest, we did receive approval today from Centralia High School to be able to video stream all the play-by-play action of that Mules game at Centralia on March the 13th, the final game of the year. It'll be the first time that I've been able to be in Centralia's gym to video stream in 10 years. They've not let me in there in 10 years because they just don't permit video streaming.
You've been banned.
Yeah, well, not just me, but everybody's been banned.
Yeah.
No, video's just not allowed there.
Yeah.
So for them to, let up on that and allow us to come in for that final game of the year, I'm thankful for that, and they're doing the right thing, and we appreciate it very much, and it'll be really special for the Fairfield fans to experience that with us.
And I hope that the Fairfield fans, appreciate the fact that we're playing against a quality opponent like that too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be special. Win or lose, it's going to be a great experience for the Fairfield basketball program to play a quality team, a quality school, the winningest basketball program in Illinois at Centralia to finish the season on March 13th. There's not postseason this year, so that essentially will be the postseason game.
It's kind of a highlight.
It's a highlight for sure. Yeah. We're going to take a brief timeout. We'll be back with the starting lineups and all the play-by-play in just a moment.
Whether you're being cautious by staying close to home or life has just been a little too busy, you can still take advantage of the unique products and services we've designed with you in mind. You can now open and apply for a variety of checking accounts online and receive the benefits that come along with them, including high interest or cash back with a Moolah account, protection beyond your bank account with Secure Plus, online and mobile banking, and local customer and community service. Simply visit us at fnbcommunitybank.com. FNB, Banking Business Life. Member FDIC.
Do your best friend a favor. Take them to Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. One stop for dog boarding. Don't leave them home alone or trust them with someone you don't even trust. Pamper them with the Doggy Daycare. They do grooming, training, and your doggy will love the sweet treats dog barkery. Bakery. Spoiling your pooch 7 days a week. Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Dog grooming, training, and boarding. 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. Find them on Facebook or at jaggersdoggydaycare.com.
Back here at the Mule Barn, they are making a recognition right now of an accomplishment by Landon Zerlini the other night at Flora when he made his 1,000th point of his high school basketball career. He has 1,004 coming into tonight. We're now going to have the playing of our national anthem as those folks that are here are rising to their feet. So we'll pause for that as we honor America. Our national anthem here tonight at the Mule Barn. Technology is great when it works, but sometimes when it struggles, it can be a little embarrassing, but they got it done. Let's meet the starting lineups first of all for the Carmi Bulldogs. Number 5 is Ty Barbary. Barbary is a 5'10 senior. Number 11 is Bryce Connor. He's a 6'3 sophomore. Number 23 is Devin Rankin. He's a 6'3 senior. Number 32 is Peyton Edwards. He's a 6'6 senior. And number 42 is Casey Fulkerson, a 6'3 senior. So they'll go with Barbary, Connor, Rankin, Edwards, and Fulkerson for Coach Kevin Wolf of the Carmi Bulldogs. Come in 0-1 on the season. That one game and that loss was to Norris City Omaha Infield. For the Mules, Noah McElravy, first to be introduced. He's a 5'11 senior guard, wears number 3.
At forward is 6'4 senior, number 12,
Brandon Lane, who was the leading scorer in the win at Fairfield, or at Flora on Saturday night. Lane is a 6'4 senior. Colin Massey wears number 14, 5'10 senior guard. Number 22 is Blake Pruitt. He's a 5'9 senior guard. And rounding out the starting 5 is Landon Zerlini, number 24. Zerlini, a 6'4 senior. And again, he passed the 1,000-point mark for his career at Flora the other night when he had 11 points. He went in needing 7, got 11, so he's got 1,004 now for his career. Carmi against Fairfield. They used to battle in the old North Egypt Conference. We remember those days, don't we, Marty Slover?
Yeah. You know, somebody told me that I think all the history of these two teams have played, I think they were like maybe 2 games difference in wins and losses.
Is that
played
right?
So much.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Wow, of all the times you've played. Again, no jump ball in this era of pandemic basketball. We just award the basketball to the visiting team. So Carmi and their maroon jerseys will have the basketball first. And we are off and running here at the Mule Barn. Glad you're with us on AreaSports.net. With it out there is Barbary. They look inside, get it to the big man. He's going to pump fake and have it stripped by Lane, but they're going to call Lane for the foul as the pass went into Peyton Edwards. Edwards, 6'6", he's skinny, but that size can pose a problem in there. He's going to go to the line. See what he does here. Lips out on the first one. Another one on the way, and he got the roll on that one, and Bulldogs draw the first one. Mules back in the front court with it is Massey around to Pruitt. Inside the lane. Carmi opening in a zone here, Marty. Down to Zerlini. Over to Massey again. Out it comes to Pruitt. Over to McElravy. He'll skip past it over to Zerlini.
That high post is going to be open.
Down low, there's an opening. Lane's got it now. Out to Zerlini. He'll fire for 3 and missed it. But there's Noah McElravy with the rebound. The Mules will reset. McElravy inside the lane to Pruitt. Tried to find the short corner there to Zerlini, but it's kicked out of bounds. Be a Mules ball on the baseline. Yeah, Lane's had a couple looks inside, but those 2 tall guys for the Bulldogs kind of made him rethink that shot a little bit. Again, they got some size in there with Edwards at 6'6", and then you got Rankin and Connor both at 6'3". Here's a 3-pointer out front, which is short, no good by Massey. Mules again with the rebound. This time Zerlini with the reverse layup, he scores. Landon puts the Mules in front 2-1. Here comes the pressure defense. Carmi gets it in to Connor. Bryce Connor working it up against Pruitt. Mules will stay in the man-to-man. Out front there's Barbary. Taken away by Zerlini. Throws it ahead. Back to Zerlini. He's going to go in for the dunk. Has it blocked. Back to Carmi. Barbary.
Landon definitely going to throw that one down.
Yeah, he was definitely going to. Down low, they work it. On the block, here's the turnaround, and it goes off the rim by Edwards. No good. Rebound by the Mules. In the corner, they work it to McElravy, out to Pruitt. Zerlini's cut off on the baseline. Back out it comes again to Massey. Shooting off the dribble is McElravy, no good. And rebound to Carmi. So, they had cold shooting the other night at Flora, and that's kind of continuing right now, Marty.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very low-scoring game the other night, too, 44-41. Here's the reverse layup. It's left a little short there by Edwards. Rebound by the Mules. Lane comes out of there with it. But when you had a night where the shots weren't falling by some of the normal people like Zerlini and McElravy, you had somebody like Brandon Lane step up to be the leading scorer as McElravy drains the three.
He's behind the soda machine on that one. There's a little ways out there.
And that's what you got to do to win, is you have to have somebody else step up on those nights when, your two leading scorers aren't hitting it. Somebody else got to step up, and they did.
Your depth, you got to play a part of that.
And Lane did have a big night. Here's Edwards inside again, goes against the double team, missed it. Brandon Lane with a rebound. Brings it out on the dribble himself. McElravy over to Zerlini. Tries to back his man down, turns on him, puts it up, missed it. Rebound is grabbed out of there by Fulkerson. And Ty Barbary will bring it up for the Bulldogs. 4:09 left here in the first quarter. We picked up his dribble and they almost throw it away, and last touch by the Mules. That was almost a Carmi turnover. We got the max timeout already here at the 4:02 mark. So with timeout on the court, we will take one as well and be right back with more. It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at wainwrightpropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. Back at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson along with Marty Slover. What are you seeing so far, Marty?
Well, both teams are a little cold,
Yeah.
Not much transition. Both teams are kind of sluggish on the half-court set and everything. The Edwards, Carmi's going to Edwards almost every time down the floor.
Yeah, that seems to be their game plan, isn't it? Yep, does seem to be their game plan for sure. We'll see what kind of adjustments are made here out of the timeout. Jeff Wise sent us a message, said that he played at Centralia his freshman year, so he knows a little bit about going to Centralia against the Orphans. There's a turnover on the Bulldogs. That would have been in the old Trout gym, though. The real old Trout gym. It wouldn't be in Trout Arena. That'd be an old Trout gym. So, well, thanks for the message, Jeff. Hope you're enjoying the game tonight. Let's get another Mules win and a triple-header sweep. How about it? Here's Zerlini for three, and he tickles the twine. 8-1. That's 5 points for Zerlini here in the first quarter.
That'll open the middle up.
Yes, it will. Connor's going to bring it across the timeline now for the Bulldogs. Again, they lost to NCOE. I think it was about an 8-point loss. That's the only game that Carmi has played this year. They've had a number of games scheduled, but they've just canceled or postponed them all. Rankin has it. Shots up, no good. Rebound Zerlini for the Mules. Again, Fairfield will be home again this Friday against Johnson City, and then home at 12 noon on Saturday against Wayne City. And we'll have both of those for you as well here on AreaSports.net, as the shot is missed there by McElravy. Coming way out to get it is Fulkerson. Now here's a step-out shot, in and out and back in again for Peyton Edwards. Yeah, big guy shows the ability to hit that mid-range jumper.
A little range right there.
Yeah. Here's McElravy with it. To Zerlini, he'll fire a three. He got fouled, yep. Got to shoot three of them. You know, there was a couple times, Marty, last Friday night down at El Dorado that Landon was fouled on a three, and he made the three, and then made 4-point plays.
4-point play.
Yeah, which you don't see too much in high school basketball. He's at the line now. He makes the first of his three. 9-3 our score. Missed the second one, but he'll get another one. You can always send us a message through our Facebook page at AreaSports.net. We always like to hear from our viewers, fans, whether you're rooting for Fairfield or Carmi, or you're just a basketball fan watching from someplace in between. We're glad to have you along on a Tuesday night at the Mule Barn. 10-3. Fairfield leads it. Here comes that pressure defense again. There's a trap. They got rid of it to Fulkerson. Ty Stubblefield in the game for Carmi now. He's got the basketball. They go to Fulkerson in the corner. Back out to Rankin. Knocked away by Zerlini. He'll stay with Carmi. Good aggressive defense so far, huh?
Yeah. All roads to the scoring is running through Peyton Edwards, so they're trying really hard to get that ball down the low block.
Ty Barbry's got it right now. Got Camden Robbins in the game, whose assignment is to guard Edwards. He's definitely given up some inches, isn't he?
Giving up some height, yeah.
But he can jump out of the jump.
Yeah.
They go to Edwards, and he throws it away.
And I think Camden's
too high.
I think Camden's a little quicker probably than Edwards. But
I would have to think so. But we'll see as the game plays on. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mules in front by 7. Going for the triple header sweep here tonight and trying to remain undefeated at all levels. Nice movement there against that zone. Zerlini has it to McElravy. Zerlini will let it fly. It's short. Rebound taken out of there by Fulkerson, and he'll give it up to Barbary, and he'll bring it up for Carmi. Fulkerson again. Try to bounce pass it to Edwards. He gets around his man, puts up a shot, missed it. Robbins with the rebound. Nice spin move that time by Edwards. It was a quick move that time, but he couldn't get it to fall. Out front with it again is Massey. Into Robbins. Now McElravy. Carmi content to stay in that zone. Here's Zerlini splitting defenders. Goes up and under and scores. The old up and under move. The Mules back up by 9. Under a minute to play here in the quarter. There's the trap again. Mules wreaking havoc, and Coach Wolf says we better talk about this. We got to do something better with that trap, so he calls timeout to talk about it, and we'll take 1-2 and be back. Carter Turf and Tractor is now open in their beautiful new location on West Main Street in Fairfield in the former Save-A-Lot building. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday. Back here at the Mule Barn, Randy Olson and Marty Slover as Carmi gets it in. They throw the deep pass down to Edwards. He pump fakes, reverses, missed it. Rebound by the Mules. They come out of there with it. Noah Barger is in the game for the Mules now. He's going to let one fly and got it. 3-pointer. 15-3 Mules. A lot of weapons. Again, we told you that those JV guys were going to play a big part in this game. You got Dylan Best in there right now, too, coming off the bench.
Fresh legs.
Yeah, a lot of fresh legs. Pruitt's got it right now after the steal.
Lost the handle on that one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Going a little bit too fast. Trying to look up the floor, trying to find a man.
But the Mules are forcing turnovers, and you got to like that if you're Coach Mack.
Yeah, I think the tempo's picked up a little bit from Fairfield side.
7 seconds left here in the quarter as Fulkerson checks back in for Bulldogs. Bulldogs lost a lot from graduation last year. They lost a 1,000-point score of their own from graduation. Top of the key, here's a three-pointer, nothing but net. Ty Barbary tickles the twine right before the horn. And after one period of play, it's Fairfield 15 and Carmi 6. And we'll be back with more from the Mule Barn in just a moment on AreaSports.net. Black Diamond Conference basketball here at the Mule Barn as Fairfield leads at 15-6. Marty, your thoughts on that first quarter of play?
I thought that the tempo picked up a lot there in the last minute or so. I think that Coach McElroy probably talked a little bit about that. And Carmi pretty content to stay in that zone right now. Fairfield shooting a little cold from the perimeter, so they'll probably stay in that till or if they start hitting shots. So
the way the tempo's going, though, I don't expect this to be a 44-41 game like it was Saturday night at Florida.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, don't think so. All right.
Right there's the shot.
Mules attacking the zone. There's Lane again. Missed it. Had a good short shot, but left it a little bit too short. Carmi with the rebound. Ty Barbary has it out there against Noah Barger. Now they come around to Connor. There's a steal by Pruitt. Pruitt on the breakaway. Lays it up and in. The steal and the deuce for Pruitt. Makes it 17-6. Here comes the trap again. And they get it across the timeline. Down it comes to Edwards. Edwards works on the block. Can't shoot this time. Back out to Barbary. Goes around a pick, fires up a shot. Left it short. Brandon Lane with the board. Ahead to Barger. Over they come to Eric Rogers, who's in the game too. Inside the lane. Lane gives it back to Pruitt, back to Brandon Lane. Thinks about a shot, but he just, with Edwards standing there at 6'6", he's just not sure. This time he goes, though. He pulled the trigger that time. A little quick release that time, and he got it up over him before he could react. 19-6. Good shot by Brandon Lane. You know, as I look at these Mule players and you reflect back on how they were last year, Marty, Brandon Lane's a player that's improved a lot.
Yeah, he has.
And I've mentioned that before, but I continue to see that game in and game out.
He got a lot of varsity minutes last year, you think about it, and I think that experience is paying off for him now.
Well, playing with those older kids that graduated, I think, made him better too, for sure. Yeah, but he's a important cog of the team this year, that's for sure. All the way down, shot is missed underneath by Barbary.
Nice pass.
To Barger, and he scores. That was a beautiful pass. Great pass, kind of a post pattern play that time. Barger caught it in stride and laid it up and in. 21-6. It's Mules in command here in this second quarter. Rankin with it. Misses out on the baseline. Mules with the rebound. Barger comes out on the dribble. Throws it ahead to Rogers. He's going to let it fly, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for three. Trace free throws coming up. For Eric Rogers, just a sophomore. We talked about Duckworth being a talented sophomore on that JV team. How about Rogers?
You got a good guard. You got a good post player. You get a couple swing men, a couple scores come out of that class. They're going to be all right.
Yeah, you bet. Shooting three of them. Nothing but net on that. Camden Robbins back in the game for the Mules. Going to give a blow to Brandon Lane. Also Colin Massey back in. Rims in and out on that one. That's saved by Robbins, but into the hands of Carmi.
Yeah.
So Rogers 1 for 3. Back across comes the Bulldogs. Atterbury, who played a lot in the JV game, is in there now, the redhead. To Connor. Connor go down the lane.
Nice move to the right. Nice job.
And, yeah, it was a nice move, but he got fouled on the reach-in, looks like. That was a quick step there by Bryce Connor. Foul on the Mules, going to give it out of bounds to Carmi.
Oh, I thought he was shooting on that. I guess they called it on the floor.
Apparently not. They must call it for any shot. Here comes the inbound to Barbary. Back out to Connor, and was that a turnover that time? Yeah, no, moving screen.
Moving screen.
Moving screen will give it back to the Mules. Well, we talked about this during the JV game, but for the benefit of those fans who were not with us during the JV game and are just tuning in for the varsity game, Marty, we want to talk a little bit about your softball program out there at Frontier College. We got a timeout, so it's a good time for us to talk. You are headed up to Pekin this week to begin play, and obviously indoors, though, right?
Indoors in the dome, yeah.
Indoors in the dome. That's great.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm going to move your mic down here just to here. There you go.
It'll be good for our kids, to get out and get a chance to play. I mean, we were going to go a little while longer if we get any games in and everything, but got a chance to play up there. And then COVID has affected us in that manner too. We got into the season last year and got 12 games in before it hit, and actually was off to probably the best start we've had since the program's been there. We were 6-6, and played some really good teams down in Mississippi and beat them. And so we off to a good start. We're looking forward to the season this year.
And you said you had planned on making a trip to both Tennessee and Mississippi here recently, but the weather and all that kind of washed it away.
The weather was it was like 11 degrees down there one day we were going to play, so that's impossible.
Now, you've been able to practice indoors, haven't you?
We practice indoors at Carter's Athletic Academy, and got a
well, that's a nice advantage, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. We got a full infield and 4 batting cages, so we're able to do a lot of things in there.
Yeah, that's great. And you'll be playing indoors at a dome up in Pekin.
Yep. Nice move.
Beautiful move to the basket, but the shot wouldn't fall for Colin Massey, and here comes Carmi back the other way. Atterbury has it. He goes up for the shot, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. How many girls on the softball program right now at Frontier? How many you have on your squad?
15 right now, and are active on our roster. And then we've got 7 girls signed for next year. And I think our roster next year is probably going to be around 17 next year.
And you were explaining to me during the JV game the fact that the girls are keeping their eligibility, that participating this year because of the whole COVID situation, right?
Yeah, it's called a noun counter year. And what those girls can do is they can go ahead and play and not count toward their eligibility if they want to. So it's actually a great opportunity for a player to get extra hours, even if you're planning on transferring or not planning on transferring, because universities will accept 90 hours now. So you can actually save a lot of money. By getting on scholarship.
That's great. That's great. And despite COVID, you continue to recruit, although the recruiting's had to be a little bit more creative as Erlini gets a steal. And foul's going to be called.
Yeah, it kind of pushed us to certain areas that we hadn't recruited before, which was good because we were able to find some really, really good players that pushed us into Kentucky a little deeper, which I've been wanting to get down to Kentucky anyway. There's a lot of good athletes down there.
Yeah, you've recruited a lot of good out-of-state softball players. Erlini for 3, misses. Lane grabs the rebound. Out to Pruitt. Around the horn they come. There's Lane back in the lane and puts up the shot, scores. Nice pass. Good ball rotation that time by the Mules. 24-7. Here's that trap again. They get rid of it to Barbary. Get it across. Barbary down to Edwards. Shot is up and in. Edwards makes it 24-9. 3:29 left here in the first half. Long 3 is off the mark there by Noah McElravy. Bulldogs with the rebound. Barbary will take it back. Yeah, I'm going to mention this number again because we talked about it in the JV game. That's a charge called there on Ty Stubblefield. That'll be Fairfield ball the other way. You were talking about the schedule that you've put together for this year, and again, I'm still astounded by this, Marty. You mentioned that you have 62, count them, 62 games scheduled this season.
That's about normal for most of the colleges.
I'm still blown away by that.
Got to have a lot of pitching.
I just can't. 62 games. That's just crazy. Now, of course, you won't play all of them because of weather and different things, but to have 62 games scheduled,
we'll get in probably a good solid 50.
Wow,
54,
that's great. Landon Zerlini takes it strong to the rack and gets fouled. He'll go to the line for a repair. So, obviously, you've had to do a lot of the recruiting now through video because of the whole COVID thing, because you haven't been able to go watch as many girls play in person, particularly here in Illinois.
Mm-hmm. But the girls in Illinois, a lot of those girls will travel and they'll play, and their teams, they'll go into Indiana and play, in Missouri, and so basically we just go and we watch those kids and watch them, play on video. And if we see something that, that catches our eye or whatever, we'll make a contact. And we also, we get a lot of kids that a lot of coaches call us, and say, hey, I got a kid you need to take a look at. What are you looking for? Yeah. And we kind of know from year to year what our needs are and everything. But we try to make sure that we follow up on everybody that contacts me. That's just one of the things that I do.
Right. Turnover on the Bulldogs gives it back to the Mules. Those 2 free throws by Zerlini gives him 14 points here in the first half. 14 of the Mules' 26. They're comfortably in the lead here by 17. We got 2:29 left in the first half. Here's a pass in underneath to Pruitt, and he's fouled. And how about that pass by Colin Massey?
That was a nice one.
Threaded the needle that time. Blake Pruitt will go to the line. And let's see, how many years have you been the head coach out there now at Frontier?
Oh, gosh.
Bobcats program? Time flies, I know, when you're having fun.
7, I believe.
7, wow.
6, no, 6. It's a 6.
6, okay.
We hired me at 15, so this is 6.
Well, I thought it was at least 5, but I wasn't sure.
I kind of lost. You lose count.
Yeah, like I said, if time flies when you're having fun, right? Yeah. Well, and you've had a lot of great girls come through there, and many of which have gone on to be able to play softball at the next level, if that's what they want to do while they get their college education, and that's great.
Yeah, one of the things I'm most proud of, too, is, I think I looked the other day, and I kind of follow my kids when they graduate and everything. I think we've got six kids that are going into medical school.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's something that we're pretty proud of.
Mules come with a double team, so they kick it out to Connor for the shot. He misses it, and Fairfield gets the rebound. Zerlini brings it up. Over to McElravy. Out it comes to Zerlini again. Here's McElravy. Its shot lips out. Brandon Lane with a rebound. Goes back up, but it's rejected by Edwards. But you know what? Brandon Lane's not backing down in there.
No, he's not. He's giving up quite a lot of height, but he's not backing down.
Yeah, he is. Brandon Lane at 6'4", and Edwards at 6'6". Shot from the corner won't go by McElravy, but the follow is good by Zerlini. 30-9. Minute 29 left here in the first half. Mules going for the triple header sweep here tonight, trying to move to 8-0 on the varsity season. Again, Johnson City will be here Friday night, and Wayne City will be here Saturday afternoon. It'll be a Saturday afternoon matinee at 12 noon. We're going to have those games for you as well. Johnson City on Friday and Wayne City on Saturday. Inside, Fulkerson almost falls down, gathers himself.
Oh, nice tip. Another nice tip.
Yeah, Edwards stayed with it, and second chance opportunity, he got it to go. 30-11. We're under a minute to play in the half. Mules in control of this one. Looking good after kind of a rough performance Saturday night at Flora, as that shot is missed by Zerlini. Bulldogs back in the front court. Out front is Connor to Barbary.
And showing my age here. Bryce Connor, I remember when he was born. He's a good friend of mine.
Wow,
His
really?
dad's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, he's a sophomore, so that puts him about 16, 17 years old, and you remember that.
I remember that,
yeah. All right.
Bryce is a better basketball player than his dad, though.
Did right?
Yeah.
Well, his dad's probably watching, too.
He's listening.
Because since he can't be here, you got to be watching, Yeah. Yeah, Marty said that. I didn't. So, hey, we'll be back with more in just a moment.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Big game going on tonight between Pinckneyville and Carterville as Pinckneyville leads it after one quarter 14-6. That Carterville team upset Centralia the other night at Centralia 27-26. Very low scoring game. 27-26. Here's top of the key shot by Lane. It won't go. 3 seconds left. Will they get a shot off? They do from the half line, and it makes rim, but that's it. And that makes our halftime score Fairfield 30 and Carmi 11. So we'll come back and share with you the halftime stats, talk more about this game, and a lot more to discuss with you as well. All coming up here on AreaSports.net. Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500. Houghton's Pizza House in McLeansboro has been serving up delicious pizza and sandwiches since 1978. That's over 40 years. It's great food at a great price. You can choose from their specialty pizza such as veggie pizza, taco pizza, supreme pizza, or create your own pizza masterpiece and choose from the toppings that you like. Dick and Lucille and their staff are ready to serve you Tuesday through Sunday from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. at Alton's Pizza House. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Alton's Pizza House, a Southern Illinois tradition since 1978.
Whether you're being cautious by staying close to home or life has just been a little too busy, you can still take advantage of the unique products and services we've designed with you in mind. You can now open and apply for a variety of checking accounts online and receive the benefits that come along with them, including high interest or cash back with a Moolah account, protection beyond your bank account with Secure Plus, online and mobile banking, and local customer and community service. Simply visit us at fnbcommunitybank.com. FNB, Banking Business Life. Member FDIC.
Do your best friend a favor. Take them to Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. One stop for dog boarding. Don't leave them home alone or trust them with someone you don't even trust. Pamper them with the Doggy Daycare. They do grooming, training, and your doggy will love the sweet treats dog barkery. Bakery. Spoiling your pooch 7 days a week. Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Dog grooming, training, and boarding. 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. Find them on Facebook or at jaggersdoggydaycare.com.
Welcome back here to the Mule Barn. Now you're getting messages from some of your fans out there, huh? All right.
Struck a nerve with Scott.
Uh-oh, struck a nerve, yeah. Well, I was afraid of that. That's why I said you said it, I didn't, you know.
No.
So,
yeah,
that's funny.
We've been friends a long time.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, do I dare give the Illinois-Michigan State score?
You're going to do it.
Well, yeah. I'm excited. I mean, Sparty won. Sparty won. It was at East Lansing. I told you I couldn't lose, though, because it was my two favorite teams playing. So either way it went, I was going to be happy with it. But, Sparty needed the win, that's for sure, against number 5 Illinois. And they took care of business tonight at East Lansing and pretty much led wire to wire, winning it by 9 points, 81-72. So now I've got something to watch when I get home tonight. Watch the replay.
That's a little closer. They kind of got into it a little bit.
They did get close to it. But,
It'll be interesting how they guard the big man from
I wonder if and I wonder if some of the Illini guys got in foul trouble or not.
Could be,
I'm real curious about that. But, Sparty won on the road at Indiana over the weekend, and so I could see they were really starting to make strides and finally coming together. And, preseason they were ranked in the top 5 in the country preseason, but they just never had gelled because they had those injuries, and they had COVID, and they just had never come together. But looks like they're finally putting it together at the right time and took care of Illinois tonight. But well, here we've got the Mules taking care of the Bulldogs, 30-11 at halftime. Impressive first 2 quarters here for the Mules, wouldn't you say?
The Fairfield kind of a model of consistency in that first half. They had 15 points in each of the 2 quarters.
Yeah. Tell us how we got here.
Well, first of all, for Fairfield, who leads in this game at the half, 30-11, they were led in scoring with Landon Zerlini with 13 points, Noah Barger with 5, Noah McElravy with 3, Brandon Lane with 4, and Blake Pruitt with 4, and Eric Rogers with 1. And they were 7 of 10 from the line. Only turned the ball over 2 times in that first half, which was kind of impressive.
That's impressive, yeah.
For Carmi, they were led in scoring by Peyton Edwards. He had 7 points, and Ty Barbary with 3, the 3 ball, and then Brody Atterbury with 1, as he was 1 for 2 from the line for their 11 points. They've turned the ball over 7 times and actually had a kind of a flourish of turnovers there early in the first quarter when the press came on. They kind of turned the ball over a little bit and got kind of careless with it, but they kind of tightened that ship up a little bit, and they're not turning the ball over like they were. They're going to have to finish. That's the thing. I think Carmi is just, they're getting shots, they're getting good looks in the paint, but they're not finishing. Yeah. And I think that's probably.
Well, and they're getting the ball in the right spot, so they're getting the ball deep. They're getting good looks. They're just not finishing, like you say. Yeah.
So they start finishing some shots there, and they're down by 19. But when you look at it like that, they had not a real impressive or her first half that they'll probably feel good about, but. Like you said earlier, this is what their second game.
Yeah.
So you got to take baby steps and get some positives out of it. So I think the positive they're probably talking about right now is just trying to play good defense and which they've done a pretty good job actually. They've played a lot of zone. They kind of cut the ball down and kept it out of the paint, which is something they have to do. But we'll see in the second half. I think. I don't know if fatigue will come into play or not, since they haven't played many games yet or not.
Yeah. But, well, and they probably haven't had a whole lot of practices either because of the snow situation here recently. They probably have only practiced a couple times in the last 11 or 12 days, And
they got some things stacked against them with that, so So, but they take some positives away from that first half and build on, and then hopefully try to get themselves, a couple 3 balls or whatever in the second half here, and try to get themselves back in the ball game. They still have another half to play.
Right. Mules won the freshman game 40-31. They won the JV contest 61-33, and they lead it here at halftime by a score of 30-11 in this varsity contest, trying to go for the triple header sweep tonight and trying to improve to 8-0 on the season at the varsity level. Again, the Mules will be at home here on Friday night against Johnson City. We'll have that one for you as well. And then they'll play a Saturday afternoon matinee game at 12 noon on Saturday against the Wayne City Indians. We'll be here for that one for you as well. So you catch all that Mules action here on AreaSports.net. Also, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that we got approval today from the folks at Centralia High School. We will be at Centralia to bring you that historic game between the Mules and the Orphans, final game of the year on March 13th. And that's going to be a big one at Trout Arena because, again, since you can't have postseason this year, that's going to kind of be postseason kind of sort of, I guess, for the Mules because they're going to be playing a quality program, much bigger school from the South 7 in an historic place that, it's just going to be special.
Yeah, and you're going to be playing in that big gym.
Oh, yeah,
which,
it's huge.
You want to play, you want to advance in the postseason, but if you can't, you want to play someplace special. And, there's just so much history with that program, and it's going to be a really good opportunity for the kids.
Yeah, well, and again, kudos to Coach McElravy and Bobby Wells, athletic director here, for getting that put together. And again, they have reached out to some different schools trying to put games together where they can, when they can, and schedule all they can to give these kids a chance to enjoy this season as much as possible, this whole 5.5 weeks that we get here before we turn the page and roll over to football. And it's going to be a little overlap there, and it's just going to be a 6-week football season with just 6 games coming up there. And
that will be different.
That'll be different. That will be different, too, because in that situation here in the Black Diamond, like, for example, the Mules will not even get to play everybody in the Black Diamond.
True.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're scheduling. I mean, it doesn't matter because they probably will not crown a conference champion this year. I would imagine not playing the full schedule.
Well, I think that you could potentially see a couple of teams go undefeated.
Exactly. Yes.
And not face each other.
Exactly.
In the conference.
Yep.
I mean, that could happen this year.
And we talked about that earlier. There may be some basketball teams in Southern Illinois this year that go undefeated and don't win a state title.
Right. So. Yeah, that's right. So it's just a little bit different. Both teams are on the floor warming back up. We'll begin second half action here in just a moment.
In today's environment, being able to do all of your banking from home is not only convenient, but a necessity. People's National Bank makes it easy for you to do your banking without actually going to the bank. From online banking, mobile banking, free mobile deposit, to transferring funds and paying bills, it's easy and convenient for you to do your banking all from your mobile phone or computer. Get started by going to peoplesnationalbank.com to sign up for online banking today. People's National Bank, making it easy to bank from anywhere. Member FDIC.
Back at the Mule Barn. Randy Olson along with Marty Slover. Hope you're enjoying the action tonight. Mules headed towards win number 8, it would appear, if they can just take care of business in the second half. If you're Carmi, you want to keep trying to get that ball in probably to Peyton Edwards. Not really any foul problems with anybody, is there?
Just keep going to him, and he'll start getting some falls to drop and balls, some shots to drop. So, just keep going to him. Don't change anything. You just got to clean things up a little bit. And then this to be expected. They're a little rusty. They're knocking the rust off. So I saw a lot of positives. That one game that the Bulldogs did play against NCOE, a game they lost by some 8 or 9 points, was really like 2 weeks ago. I mean, they literally have not played in a long time. It's just hard to get into the flow of and probably haven't practiced a whole lot either. So Carmi will have the ball first to start the second half. The teams, of course, change ends, and here we go. Ty Barbary has it as the Mules will stay in their man-to-man defense. Fulkerson out front to Connor. Inside to the big man, Edwards. He gets too far into the basket, can't shoot. They'll come back out to Fulkerson. He'll let it fly. It's no good. Pruitt with the rebound for the Mules. And airmails it down there to Massey. Back to Pruitt somehow. In the corner, Brandon Lane missed it. There is Zerlini with a stick back. Unbelievable. That's when you know things are going your way. Yeah, a couple passes that really looked like they were going awry, but somehow the Mules gathered them in and ended up scoring out of the whole deal. Good start here to the second half. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do now. Come back up with Connor to Barbary. Now Fulkerson. Almost a steal. Back out to Connor again. Connor's 6'3", and again, he's just a sophomore. Yeah, so, he's going to be all right. Yeah. Getting some valuable experience this year, that's for sure. Fulkerson with it again. Yeah, they've got 3 seniors, a sophomore, and a junior out there right now, I think is what it is. Shot is missed. Rebound by the Mules. Ahead, underneath, to McElravy. And he scores and give the assist to Landon Zerlini. Yep. Timeout on the court, 34-11. Mules open the third quarter on a 4-0 run. Well, we'll just keep it here for a moment. We talked about this during the JV game too, but again, a lot of people might not have joined us for that. They're joining us for this. You're a huge baseball fan, huge Cardinal fan. I am too. And both of us are just ecstatic over the acquisition of Nolan Arenado for the Cardinals at third base. And just can't wait for spring training games to start and see how he fits in and how the team is just going to gel. And the batting order, I'm anxious to see the batting order. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. People think I'm crazy when I say this, but I think Dylan Carlson's going to hit leadoff for us this year. Really? Yeah. I mean, wow. He's a doubles type player. I think he'll do that. I think he'll see a lot more fastballs to hit this year anyway. And maybe seeing a Goldschmidt in the 2 spot and Arenado 3, putting your 3 best players at the top of the order. Some of the teams are starting to do stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. Well, it looks like Tommy Edmonds going to be our everyday second baseman. That's where he's going to land at since Wong was let go or was not re-signed, so to speak. Can you imagine the defense that we would have had if Colton Wong had been at second and Arenado at third? I mean, you or I could play shortstop because of the range those two guys had. It'd been fun to watch. And then Goldschmidt over at first, yeah. Well, I think you have to say that the hot corners with Goldschmidt and Arenado, the Cardinals have the best hot corners in baseball. Yeah, no doubt. I don't think there's any question about that. I'm just still pinching myself to believe that the Cardinals actually have Nolan Arenado, a $35 million a year player that I didn't think we would ever have. They went after David Price and offered him big money, not $35 million, but it was in the high 20s, and lost out on him. And then we lost out on, we tried to trade for for Stanton and lost out on him because he nulled the trade. But
yeah,
I don't think that they're necessarily afraid to spend the money.
Landon Zerlini with a move through the zone. He found an open,
nice lane near the basket.
An open lane that time and got it in off the glass as the Bulldogs stay in their zone. Connor is going to bring it up against McElravy. Over in the corner they come to Barbary. Out it comes to Fulkerson. Over to Connor again. Barbary. We're talking about different things that have been missed this year during the basketball season in this weird year for sports. You know, no El Dorado Holiday Tournament this year. That's been a big disappointment too, as the Mules turn it over.
I usually try to hit that tournament, and I also try to hit the Centralia Holiday Tournament.
Yes, and the folks at Centralia are bummed beyond belief that they didn't able to hold their tournament this year, because it's been like 65 years or something too.
It's just part of Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long running tournament for larger schools, and a lot of people come to it, that's for sure. Shot is off the glass, won't go by Massey, rebound by the Bulldogs. But yeah, none of the holiday tournaments this year. It's really different. Fulkerson down in corner to Edwards, back out to Barbary. And I'll tell you, last Friday night, doing the game down there between the Mules and the El Dorado Eagles in Duff Kingston Gym, a gym that holds 5,000 people, and we had 50 in there. That was weird. That was really weird. And, you know, our voices were echoing all throughout that gym. And I don't know, it was just really
It's
odd.
like going to a Pee-wee basketball game. Moms and dads and grandpas and grandmas and maybe a few uncles are, there's not many people there, and you go in expecting to see a
just
big
really
crowd.
odd.
Because you go down there, that tournament, there's always a lot of people there.
Oh, yeah. But it was strange not being bumped into and elbowed by different people trying to walk by you, trying to get to the concession stand or the bathroom.
Yeah.
Timeout on the court. We'll be right back.
At Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics, your family's care team is close to home. But it's not just about convenience, it's compassionate, quality care. From routine care, vaccines, and DOT physicals to acute needs like disease management, x-ray, and lab work. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro have you covered. Plus, same-day appointments are available and a Carmi walk-in clinic on Saturdays for those unexpected illnesses. With 6 providers and 8 specialty care clinics, maybe it's time to take another look at Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics.
Back at the Mule Barn, talking about other sports. We'll be transitioning here soon from basketball into football, and hopefully they're going to change this. But what we're hearing right now, I mean, as it stands right now, the rule is that there was just going to be 50 fans at football games too, which that's got to change. I mean, surely they're going to.
There's so much.
Surely they're going to raise
that.
That I hope so.
Yeah.
Zerline misses the shot. Bulldogs back on the rebound. I did hear today, though, that the belief is that there will not be a requirement to wear a mask to play football.
Boy,
since it's outside.
Good.
So I'm happy to hear that. Foul on Blake Pruitt will send the Bulldogs to the line, and that'll be Devin Rankin at the line, 6'3" senior. But, you're outdoors. You got a lot more than 50 people there.
There's so much room, you can shotgun them in the bleachers. And,
Well, there is another meeting of the IHSA board coming up here soon, and I think that they'll modify that. I sure hope so. That would make sense, too. And who knows, maybe they'll modify it for volleyball, too. Brandon Lane gets the pass inside and scores. Again, nice assist there by Zerlini. 3:43 to go here in the third quarter. Mules showing no ill effects from the tight one the other night against the Flora Wolves.
They look pretty comfortable.
A game that they eked out at Conley Gym, 44-41. Fulkerson misses a shot underneath. Good defense by Brandon Lane that time. Held his ground, didn't he?
He did.
Into the ball game. Some more of those super subs.
5 for 5?
Yeah. Think so. Going to do the line change. As the Mules will bring in Noah Barger and McGuire Taylor. Also Eric Rogers, Camden Robbins, and Dylan Best. Whole new 5 in there. These are the JV guys who won big tonight. Three-pointer is missed out front, but Rogers gets the rebound.
Wise decision, Mr. Rogers.
And draining the three is Noah Barger from the right corner pocket. Man, that was nothing but net.
He got in the tall timber there, and he just backed it on out very calmly, stayed under control, found an open man.
Which grade school did Noah go to?
Noah was a...
was he a Jasper Polecat? What was he?
I believe he was Jeff.
Was he a Jeff?
I believe so.
Okay. All right.
He and Camden both, I think, were Jeff.
Okay. 41-12, 2:39 left. Here's Rogers with it. Comes over to Taylor. Good ball movement. Inside, Robbins. Back out it goes. Another three on the way. No, there's
nice
follow by...
Rejected.
Yeah, by Best. It was rejected, but he did a good job going after it. And this time the rebound by Edwards for the Bulldogs. There's a backdoor.
Nice backdoor cut by Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce Connor, the recipient of the backdoor pass, and it scores for the Bulldogs, 41-14. As you see on our scoreboard, Mules misfire, so Stubblefield brings it up for Carmi. He did walk. Turnover right back to the Mules. Checking in for Fairfield is Lucas Halbert. Number 5, he's a senior. Now, there's an example of a player that because he's a senior, he doesn't get to play junior varsity, but he's part of the practice squad, and he's putting in the time, putting in the effort.
Getting rewarded for his effort.
Yeah.
And he's helping, doing those things to make the team better.
Right.
Doing his job.
Right. Doesn't see a lot of minutes, doesn't see a lot of playing time, but he's in there now. But he's important at practice time, that's for sure, as the three-pointers missed by Taylor. And rebound for the Bulldogs, and Stubblefield throws it away. It'll be Mules' ball. Halbert will trigger it in. To Taylor. Bulldogs still in that zone. They've stayed in it all night. Halbert thought about the shot
he
there.
should put that up. Nice
Robbins with a little jump hook. Look at there. Something else added to his repertoire. He's more than just a dunking machine. See, Mom? Minute 20 left.
Carmi's getting a little tired of getting careless with the ball right now. I think that fatigue is having a little bit
I
of
think
that.
you're right. I think it's playing a role here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all these fresh bodies that the Mules can run in out there. We were talking about how tough it is to play with a mask and the fact that, you know, it affects your peripheral vision and has to affect your shooting. I mean, it's just got to. Talking to the folks at Centralia today about
Lucas for 3.
There he goes. Missed it. Just a little bit long. A good look, though. Talking to the folks at Centralia today to get things lined up for the Mules game later on in March. Asked them, you know, about that loss they had the other night at Carterville, 27-26. It's such a low-scoring game. I was curious if, you know, Carterville held the ball or whatever. Fouls on the Mules, and that's going to send Ty Barbary to the line. And person I was talking to from Centralia said, no, he didn't hold the ball at all. We just shot really poorly. And I said, what do you mean, how poorly? He says, would you believe we only made 15% from the field and 30% from the line? I said, I can't believe that. That's like unheard of. There's a three-pointer buried by Barbary. Long distance for Barbary.
That's a cold, cold night.
Yeah. And in their own building, you know, in their own building. But, yeah, some nights you're just going to have nights like that.
Yeah,
and again, Fairfield was very cold up at Flora the other night, too. So, same situation. I don't think it was quite 15%, but it was still not very good. Halbert has it for the Mules.
He got a lane to the basket.
Look at there. He might have it. Oh, it just wouldn't go down for him. Rebound by Eric Rogers. They'll reset it. Out to McGuire Taylor. Leaves it for Halbert. He's going to stop, pop, in and out again.
I think they take the lid off for Lucas.
Yeah, he's had 3 good looks, but none of them have dropped. But they've all been right there. Here's Fulkerson for the Bulldogs. Kicks it out to Barbary for the shot right before the horn, and that is the end of the third quarter play. Our score is Fairfield 43 and Carmi 18, and we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter in just a moment.
While our lives have changed dramatically, it has not changed Banterra's commitment to serve you. Our team continues to provide you with unmatched service and top-rated digital banking. We've partnered with the American Red Cross to host blood donation events, and we're offering financial solutions for customers, including small business funding. Plus, we're ready to put people back to work. We're growing and have jobs available for those who want to support our region, because we're more than a bank. Banterra, your partners for life.
Back at the Mule Barn, where Fairfield outscored Carmi 13-7 that quarter, Marty.
Yeah, Carmi really needed to come out and cut into the lead to have a fighting chance, and didn't get out of the gate real quick. And I think now fatigue is starting to take a little bit of a hold on things.
It'll be Fairfield basketball to start the fourth and final quarter, as the Mules are trying to improve to 8-0 on the season. And McElravy has it. Looks like we got the original starters back out there, I think. Yeah, here's Zerlini. Takes it strong to the rack on a drop step, but the shot doesn't fall, and Carmi gets the rebound. Here they come with Connor. Connor has the ball taken away from him. Zerlini throws it ahead.
Oh, we were going to see an alley-oop.
We were going to see something, weren't we? A little razzle-dazzle, but lost the handle. They like to have that opportunity back.
Yeah.
We're in the fourth quarter, 7:25 left. Mules won the freshman game and the JV game, trying to finish up here. Stubblefield has it. Over to Connor. Now Gomat has it. He's in the game. He's one of the JV players. Lost it. But it'll stay with Carmi. As Peyton Edwards checks back in. Nobody in any serious foul trouble. It's not been an issue tonight on either team.
Been a pretty clean game.
Mm-hmm. Edwards, top of the key. Oh, big guy can't quite hit it. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Mules. When they make that transition, Marty, from basketball to football, you got to have so many practices in football before you're eligible to play that first game. And so, again, that's going to take some cooperation and some creativeness on the part of the coaches to work together to get those practices in for these basketball players who also, plan to play football. But they'll get it done.
They'll get it done, yeah.
But it's just going to be an odd situation.
Yeah.
Something that, nobody's been accustomed to.
Very different.
Yeah. Second opportunity taken there by Brody Atterbury. Gets rejected, but also gets fouled. And that will send Atterbury to the line. He's a 6-foot junior for the Bulldogs. Played a lot in the JV game. Yeah, we've never really had a situation where football comes after basketball.
No.
It's never been that way.
No.
So it's going to be new for everybody.
I'm really wanting to get back to normal.
I think everybody's with you.
I've had enough.
I just heard a really loud amen out there.
Uncle.
Yeah, right. I think we're all in agreement with you. Atterbury short on that one. Mules throw it ahead, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by Stubblefield. Well, the number of COVID cases have certainly gone down. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
There's a steal by the Bulldogs. Up is Devin Rankin on the basket. And I continue to talk to more and more people who have gotten vaccinated, that wanted to get vaccinated, as Noah McElravy buries the three. So you would think that we may be getting closer to some kind of normalcy. We hope so. Connor with it in the front court for the Bulldogs. Tried to do a backdoor cut. Mules played it well. Here's Edwards from way out front.
I think
missed
he got
it.
Fouled.
I think he did too. Ahead. The pump fake.
Oh, missed the bunny.
Massey, second effort.
Rebound. Padding the stats.
Yeah. Adding to his rebounding stats there while he scores. 5:12 left in the ball game. Off the glass. No good.
You got
Edwards, no good. Back up Stubblefield, no good. Boy.
I tell you what, they're playing hard, aren't they?
They are playing hard.
They're tired.
But the rim must be greased out there or something, huh? Yeah, they got to be getting tired.
They're tired. They're down by 28, and they're still playing hard.
Don't have the number of players. And
shot in the corner.
Here we go. It's open. And it's buried by Brandon Lane. Big guy shows the range to step out there and hit it. And there's our mask timeout for the fourth quarter. And so we'll be back with more in a moment.
While our lives have changed dramatically, it has not changed Banterra's commitment to serve you. Our team continues to provide you with unmatched service and top-rated digital banking. We've partnered with the American Red Cross to host blood donation events, and we're offering financial solutions for customers, including small business funding. Plus, we're ready to put people back to work. We're growing and have jobs available for those who want to support our region, because we're more than a bank. Banterra, your partners for life.
Back at the Mule Barn, I'm Randy Olson. He is Marty Slover. And Marty, we have talked a lot about your softball program tonight at Frontier Community College, but I don't think we've talked about who it is you're going to be playing. You mentioned 62 games on the schedule, but who are some of the schools, some of the teams that your Frontier girls will be playing against?
Well, you got your normal Region 24 schools, which are Olney Central and Wabash and Lakeland and Swick over by Belleville. You got, I think there's 11 of those schools in Region 24. And then we throw in Morton College and Arkansas State and Brescia, teams like that we play that are non-Region 24 games, and we end up. Of course, you play everybody twice, a doubleheader. So there's there's 40 games right there.
Yeah,
so.
Sure. Yeah, got it. Back to live action. Carmi with the basketball. Connor has it. Mules stay in that man-to-man. Out it comes to Barbary. They dish underneath. The bunny is blown there by Rankin, and the foul is going to be called on the rebound. Now, will some of those games be played on neutral fields or?
This one we're playing this weekend's on a neutral field.
Up at Pekin?
Yeah, in Pekin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Devin Rankin, 6'3" senior at the line for the Bulldogs. Nails it. 3:52 to play in the game. That just made the 30-point mark. So we have the running clock the rest of the way. So this will be done in a hurry now. Rebound by the Mules. Camden Robbins goes high for it. Rogers has it. Look at that drive by by McGuire Taylor. That was pretty. McGuire Taylor took it hard to the hole from the baseline that time to score. From the corner, there's a shot put in by Devin Rankin. Makes it 53-23. They do stop the clock for the timeout.
30-second timeout.
Yeah, they do stop the clock for that. Might be getting a few new bodies in there, too. Yep, we're going to play. Yep, that's what it was. Just rolling them in.
Yeah, Mississippi, we go down there. Those are all neutral sites.
Yeah.
We're down there. But everything else is pretty much, they're home or away on the visiting or on the opponent that we're playing in their field.
So when you go down to like Mississippi and Tennessee and those places, do you take a large bus or a big van, or how do you do it?
We've got two large vans.
Two large vans?
Up.
Okay, yeah. So you have assistant coach that's helping you out there?
Got two of them. Got two really good ones. Jeremy Ellis has both been with me all the time.
Yep.
And Virgil Briggs is our pitching coach.
Oh, okay.
And Virgil does a fantastic job. And Coach Ellis does too. I mean, I'm really fortunate to have those two guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All local guys, too, which is good to see.
Yeah.
All local Fairfield guys. As foul is committed, as going to the hole was Bryce Connor. Connor will get up and limp a little bit and make his way to the free throw line.
he got hammered pretty good.
Clock continues to run, 2:24 left. There'll be some more Mules try to check into the game here. Connor makes it. Checking in for the Mules will be Regan Taylor and also Blaine Milner, Luke Duckworth, and Nick Easton. More guys from the JV team. Getting action here at the varsity level. Closing moments of this one. Second free throw rims out, no good. And let's see here.
Good hustle from Bryce. He hustled on down there. Nobody boxed him out. He just kept going for the ball.
Jackson Rice into the game for Carmi. There's the steal by Fairfield. Regan Taylor has it. Down to a minute and a half left. Down the lane goes Easton. It's taken away from him. And there's a foul going to be called as Brenton Stockton got fouled. Out of bounds to the Bulldogs.
Brent was going to the rack.
Out it comes for a 3 ball, and it's short by Connor. Back up, no good. And rebound by Taylor this time. Regan Taylor.
Nice pass.
Oh, to Duckworth. Beautiful feed, and Duckworth puts it in. That's some of that more of that unselfish basketball we like to see.
You might want to learn that name. I think you're going to be hearing him in the scoring column here quite a lot in the next few years.
Yeah, I think you're right. 30 seconds left in this one. Rice.
Defense.
Tried to pass it across to Atterbury, knocked away. Almost a steal by Halbert. 15 seconds left. Carmi gets the ball in to Gomat. No good. There's the follow.
Nice
up and in by Connor. Connor followed the shot, put it up and in. And that's going to be the ball game. Mules win it 55-26. And they improve to 8-0 on the season. They'll be here at the Mule Barn Friday night against Johnson City, and we'll have that one for you as well. Marty's going to total up our stats, come back and take a look at those, and wrap it up here from the Mule Barn in just a moment.
Beautiful, spacious skies, purple mountains, and amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent Melissa Walden.
Carter Turf and Tractor is now open in their beautiful new location on West Main Street in Fairfield in the former Save-A-Lot building. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes, perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
Back at the Mule Barn, where the Mules improved to 8-0 on the season. And, of course, unbeaten in the Black Diamond as well as they hold serve tonight here. At home against the Carmi Bulldogs, 55-26 is the final as Marty is wrapping up our stats. Again, the Mules will play here at home on Friday night against Johnson City and also Saturday in a 12 noon matinee game against Wayne City. And we'll have both those contests for you as well here on AreaSports.net. Other action around the area, Carterville leads Pinckneyville after 3 quarters, 34-31. That's a nail-biter going on there in the river-to-river again, Carterville had upset Centralia the other night at Centralia 27-26. So the Lions having a great season, and they are leading Pinckneyville after 3, 34-31. Strange thing about that is if Pinckneyville loses that game, that'll be 3 losses in a row for the Panthers, which they never lose 3 in a row. That's crazy. But again, you look at who they played. They lost to Nashville, and on the verge of losing tonight to Carterville. So that kind of things happens every now and then. So that's kind of how it is. But how we coming there, Marty?
We got it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Impressive win for the Mules as they let it wire to wire.
Yeah, they did. Pretty impressive win for them. For Carmi, their scoring, they were led in scoring with Ty Barbary with 7 points. Also with Peyton Edwards with 7. Peyton didn't score in the second half, so I don't know.
Right?
I don't know if Coach Edwards talked about that or not. Yeah. But Coach Mack talked about it or not. But 7 points there, 6 points for Devin Rankin, 5 points for Bryce Connor. And 1 point for Brody Atterbury for their 26 points. They were 5 of 14 from the line. And they had a little problem with the turnovers tonight. They had 15 turnovers for the game, and that was kind of a lot of fatigue set in.
Yeah, there'll be some things for Coach Wolf to work on. And then the 5 out of 14 from the line is not
that's not
real good either.
That's not going to be acceptable either, And then for the victorious Fairfield Mules, go to 8-0 in the season. They were led in scoring with Landon Zerlini at 17 points with a couple of 3 balls. And then scoring was pretty balanced after that. You had Brandon Lane with 9, with a hit of 3 ball in there also. Noah McElravy with 8, a couple of 3s. And Noah Barger off the bench with 8 points.
How about that?
Yeah, a couple 3-point
That's great.
Balls there for him. 2 points for Luke Duckworth. 4 points for Blake Pruitt. And 2 points for Colin Massey and 2 points for McGuire Taylor. The Mules were 7 of 10 from the line. Didn't shoot a free throw in the second half, which, kind of odd that you think that they would get to the line at least once or twice, getting fouled in active shooting or something. But only turned the ball over in this game tonight, 7 turnovers.
Well, you got to be happy about that if you're Coach Mack.
Very happy. 70% from the line, and which he likes his kids. I think 70% he's probably not going to be real happy with.
Yeah.
They only shot 10 free throws too.
Yeah.
But I think the key to the ball game, was the simple fact that they've been more floor time. They had their legs, they had their depth. They were able to keep people rested. Carmi, only played this their 3rd game, I think you said. Or
second game.
Yeah. Fatigue definitely had a part of that. So, but I'll say this about the Carmi kids, they played hard from the very opening tip until they were looked up at one point in time. They were down by 28, and they were still playing hard.
Well, they're going to get better.
They're
going to get better as they get their legs underneath them and get to practice more and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah, another key stat, I think, for the Mules, you look at that, 8 guys in the scoring column tonight.
8 guys scored tonight, and pretty pretty balanced. I mean, Landon had his 17 and everything else. That was 9, 8, 8, So just a well-rounded performance by the kids tonight, and I think Coach Mack got to feel good about that.
He sure does, and the whole program's got to feel good. It's a triple-header sweep for the Mules. They win the freshman game 40-31, take the JV game 61-33, and win the varsity game here by a score of 55-26. Marty, it's been fun having you.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Been good catching up. We hadn't visited in such a long time. We got to talk about a lot of stuff tonight, didn't we?
Baseball and Bobcat
we sure did. We covered it all.
Yeah.
Well, you have a safe trip up to Pekin, and good luck to you and the girls.
Appreciate
you go up there, all right?
Yep,
Indoor softball. You got to love it.
Got to love it.
All right. So long. Take care. And thanks to everybody for watching tonight. And, again, we'll be here Friday night to bring you action here at the Mule Barn as Johnson City will be in town. So until then, so long from the Mule Barn.